This is Roch Kubatko, our MASN insider. He's watched all of this. It's been pretty exciting, Roch.
It has been. I mean, coming off a second sweep, of course, they had the sweep in Boston as well. And you could look at those opponents and say, what do they have in common? They haven't been real good. But the Orioles are supposed to beat these teams. If they think they're really going to a World Series, you got to beat up on these clubs, and they've been doing it. And they've been doing a lot of different ways. That's what impresses me as well. They're not a one-trick pony here, a one-note type team. They will pounce on a team early, make it a lot easier on the beat writers to write our leads and not to change anything. Or they look like they're asleep for 7 innings, and then somehow Santander ties a game with a home run, or Mullins has the walk-off. They come to life those last innings. 8 comeback wins. They have 12 wins, 8 comeback. That's picking up where they left off last year. They lead the majors. Their bullpen's been better than the other team's bullpen late, usually, which allows them to do that. So they're finding a lot of different ways. Remember, beginning of the year, first 12 games, starters win at least 5 innings. So for a while, it was the rotation. So this is how talented and deep this team is. They can beat you in a lot of different ways, and they're doing it. But you're right, they're running into a pretty hot team here with some good pitching.
Yeah, interesting matchup. Best ERA, second best ERA in baseball for the Royals, and then the Orioles swinging the sticks. And 1 through 9, it's such a tough lineup. You got Cedric Mullins hitting 6th or 7th. He can wear you out. I think it's 4 Orioles with 15 RBIs. Westberg is. We didn't have Westberg on that graphic, but he's hitting around 500 over his last 6 games.
Probably the best number 8 hitter in baseball. Now we just got to get Jackson Holliday going at 9. It'll be great 1 through 9. But yeah, I mean, you know, scoring so many runs that they are leading the majors in runs, and you know the home runs you mentioned, and you know it's the young guys that are doing it as well. It's not like the veteran-laden team here, so they're an exciting team to watch right now. They certainly are. This is what we were expecting to see. Maybe not expecting quite this much offensively, but we're getting it.
It always goes back to pitching in the end. What's up with the rotation? Obviously, Wells injured right now with Suarez with a great fill-in start.
Yeah, I mean, it's set for now, at least, because of Suarez. Wells being on the IL. Wells is here. We saw a lock. We didn't see him, but we saw his locker. He's here, and they feel really encouraged. You hear right elbow inflammation, you immediately think, all right, this is really bad news. But it's like soft tissue inflammation around that elbow. So they don't think it's serious. They think he'll be back soon. So that's encouraging. Kyle Bradish, 3 innings, shutout, 1 hit at Bowie on Tuesday. He's now starting Sunday for Norfolk AAA in Jacksonville. So he seems to be really, I mean, they didn't baby him. That was 3 innings. I know he had the live BP session in Aberdeen when his start was, I guess, rained out because of the inclement weather that they went ahead and just put him in live BP. But to go 3 innings, that outing, and now he's already up to the AAA. John Means is the one. They're going to be meeting each other there in Jacksonville. Means 5 runs, 5 hits, 1/3 of an inning Wednesday. He's got an ERA over 18 in his 4 starts. You don't always worry about numbers. It's more how he's feeling, and he does feel good. But nonetheless, you'd like to see the numbers be a little bit better. And you know, they're not concerned. Brandon Hyde said, "Look, the stuff's good from the reports. What he saw, he was just missing a little bit." But he hasn't gone more than 3 innings or thrown more than 61 pitches in those 4 outings. So he's got to be stretched out more. And now it kind of makes you wonder. We assume Means would be the one who would get back into the rotation before Bradish. But now you kind of wonder, the race is on. Maybe they walk through that door together. But obviously they're hoping they can, you know, stretch him out more and also the results be a little bit better. But the key, again, is that there's no discomfort with Means. Remember, he's not hurt. He was just behind the other starters, so he feels fine. It's just his, and they say they like the stuff. He just didn't get the results again.
Well, you know, if this happened in spring training, we'd hear the guys say, "I got my work in," right?
Right.
How many times have we gone to a locker after spring training and some great pitcher gets rocked around and he like shrugs it off, says, "Got my work in."
Yeah, like the way the ball came out of the hand, whatever that means. Yes.
Yeah. But you said that there's not concern. The numbers are a concern, but not concern with the health, and that's the main thing with John Means. Obviously, and Kyle Bradish as well. But this is an Oriole team that's really been uplifted by those 2 off-season acquisitions as well, right? Corbin Burns comes in and he looks like the Cy Young guy, and then in the bullpen, you lose the mountain, and here's Kimbrel.
Yeah.
Pitching lights out.
Yeah, he had the hiccup on his first outing, and it was a bloop single, 2 stolen bases, and a sac fly. So that wasn't much there, and then nothing since then. He's not going to up any runs, and you know, 1 more save. He ties Billy Wagner for 7th on the all-time list. He goes, my former teammate. And I was thinking, when were they teammates? I forgot Billy Wagner was with the Braves his final year, which is where Kimbrel when he first came up. So that means a lot to him because he really looked up to him. And then we have the debate going, is that, Hall of Famer? Do you believe in closers being in the Hall of Fame? I do. I voted for him. I keep voting for Wagner. Craig Kimbrell's headed to the Hall of Fame, I think, the way he's going here. But he has just been
400
outstanding.
counting, over 400 counting.
And this is another one where you don't worry about the numbers of spring training. Early on, some fan concern, social media, about, is this guy washed? I'm like, he's the guy that can go ahead and work on things and get himself ready for spring training. He's not worried about the ERA at that point. Now the lights come on. He's pitching really, really well. No walks, a heck of a lot of strikeouts.